So Dover's this week, but we also have some more NASCAR news, some more NASCAR confirmations this week. So let's just dive right into that. What's going on, guys? Cool 200 here back. Welcome back to the NASCAR Lounge. And today we are here to talk about the predictions, or who I think is going to win the Dover race. But we also have some NASCAR confirmations and news. I'd like to first start out with Tyler Reddick making his start into, or his second start. He made his first start in the Daytona 500, his second start into the NASCAR Cup Series, piloting the number 31 that was driven last year by Ryan Newman. This is not his official car. This is actually Ryan Newman. I just wanted to grab a 31 as a prop, but yeah, he will be driving the 31 RCR. Very young. They have Tyler Reddick making a few cup starts. They got Daniel Hemrick there and they have a 6-year veteran, Austin Dillon. So that team's young, and I don't know. Maybe Tyler Reddick will actually get the 31 full-time next season, and they'll be back to a 3-car team. But for now, there's just a kind of a hot seat. So, yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. Next NASCAR news is that after the crazy crash we saw at Talladega with Kyle Larson flipping, if you guys saw my Talladega reactions, which a lot of you did, which was kind of surprising, there were some rumors that they were going to maybe tweak the aero package again, or just try and find a way to make it a little safer, maybe add a bigger tapered spacer to decrease the speed that the cars are running. Personally, I don't like this. I hope NASCAR decides not to do this. I thought the aero package that we saw last weekend at Talladega was perfect. There was nothing wrong with it. To older generations, I wouldn't know anything about this, but to older generations of NASCAR fans that watched through maybe the early 90s to early 2000s, somewhere around there, I think, this felt like the old track, the old super speedway racing we used to see, the old pack racing. And I was quite amazed how many positive comments were put on with the race that we saw, but I'm very thankful for that. And I also would like to mention that I didn't mention in the Talladega reactions video was Talladega looked pretty packed. I mean, I'd say it was 85 to 90% full, and that's great to see for race fans, and just to prove that Talladega is still very huge in the market for any motorsport that deals with NASCAR, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying there, but great to see. And one more thing I would like to talk about is that group qualifying has officially been cut. Besides some road courses, it is confirmed that single car qualifying is indeed back for the 1.5 milers and for the half milers. They will, for the 1 milers, they will run lap, and for the half milers, they will run 2 laps. So, kind of sad for some new NASCAR fans, but we have Jim France running NASCAR right now, and like he said, get back to basics, and this is as basic as it gets for qualifying. Some people were upset. Some people were kind of glad to see this back. I mean, I understand group qualifying is entertaining. It worked perfectly fine since 2014 until now. I just think this aero package kind of made it a joke and a mockery of what is supposed to be just taking your car out, seeing where you're going to line up for the Sunday's race. So I'm happy that they're doing this. I'm glad there's no more controversy, and it's not making our sport look any worse than what people say it is, even though the sport's really not that bad, guys, seriously. But anyways, with all that news aside, Dover is this weekend, and Jimmy Johnson is a huge favorite here, Kyle Busch is a huge favorite. Mark Truex Jr. has done pretty good here. But I don't know who to pick for the Monster Mile. Kyle Busch had, I think, some troubles here last year in the pedigree car where he lost a tire when he was coming out of the pits, and it kind of destroyed his rear corner panel. Not sure if that was last year or the year before, but I know we did that once. Jimmy Johnson's a huge favorite here. But I think, and Chase Elliott won here last year. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do this. This isn't really who I think is gonna win. I actually think Kyle Busch is gonna win, but I feel like that's getting boring at this point. People are gonna tune out of this video now. Don't leave. That's not my pick. That's who I heartily think is gonna win. But after what I saw at Talladega, which I know ended under caution, unfortunately, but driver safety first. Kyle Larson, we need to make sure. He tumbled 6 times. We need to make sure he is okay, which he isn't. Very thankful for all the equipment that NASCAR's put into these cars with the foam and between the cage and the sheet metal and the roll cage, of course, the Hans device, the seat itself, the helmets, all that stuff it's very, very great to have, along with the safer barrier that Kyle Larson went head on into sideways, and not this sideways, nose first. So it's great to see him walk away. But enough about that. I truthfully think Chase Elliott is gonna somehow do exactly what he did last year and win it over. Now, Kyle Busch is always great here. Probably a lot of people pick maybe Martin Truex Jr., maybe a Penske driver, maybe even a Stewart Haas driver. But I think that Chase Elliott can somehow get it done. Hendrick Motorsports has not been fast, really anywhere, consistently at these mile and half mile tracks, along with the 0.7 mile of Richmond. So we'll see what happens. I'm probably going to be wrong, but I'd like to make a 2-0 for Elliott and myself on picks. So that is my pick, Chase Elliott.